Welcome to Oxford Reading Buddy. Give every child a virtual reading coach with Oxford Reading Buddy, a unique new digital reading service that develops deeper comprehension skills and makes reading fun. What's more, you'll be able to get fast and valuable insights into each child's progress so they can get extra support where it's needed. In this webinar, I will walk you through the steps to get you up and running on Oxford Reading Buddy. I will show you how to gain access to the service, how to create your own personal Oxford ID if you are not already an Oxford OWL user, how to sign in if you are an existing Oxford OWL user, registering your organisation so that the rest of your school can use this fantastic reading service, and how to invite other staff members and add students. If you are an Oxford OWL free user or have a subscription to Oxford OWL, you can use the same email address and password to log into Oxford Reading Buddy. If you are not an Oxford OWL user, we will show you how to create your Oxford ID to log into Oxford Reading Buddy. If you are the teacher who has purchased Oxford Reading Buddy for your school, you will be the organisation administrator. You will receive 3 automated emails when you sign up. A welcome email confirming your order, an email to confirm that your organisation has been created, and an email to confirm that the Oxford Reading Buddy subscription has been added to your organisation. If you have never registered your email address on Oxford OWL, either as a free user or for a paid subscription, your first step will be to create your own personal Oxford ID. What is your Oxford ID? Your Oxford ID is a username and password that you can use to access multiple Oxford University Press products and services. To get started, open the email from Oxford University Press with the subject line, Oxford Reading Buddy, you have been added to your school as an organisation administrator. It's important that you follow the link first in this email before engaging with the other emails. If you're unsure, look for the button that says Create My Oxford ID. This is the step you want to take first. This will take you to a screen that looks like this. Check the details in the registration form and choose a password to create your Oxford ID. Read and agree to the terms and conditions and click Create My Account. You'll now see this message, which means that your personal Oxford ID has now been created. Click Get Started. You'll be taken to a login screen. Please enter the username and password that you selected when you registered your Oxford ID. Your next step will be to register your organisation, which we'll go through in a moment once we've looked at how to sign in if you are an existing Oxford OWL user. If you already use Oxford OWL, you will receive 2 emails that look a bit like this. One will confirm that you have been added to your organisation as the organisation administrator. The other will confirm the addition of the Oxford Reading Buddy subscription to your institution. As you use Oxford OWL, you already have an Oxford ID, which will be used as your username and password. Open the email with the subject line, You have been added to your school as an organisation administrator. You will see a button with the words Sign in now. The other email has the message Sign in. Make sure that you follow the link in the email with the Sign in now messaging, as you need to complete the steps from this email first. Click Sign in now email. You'll be taken to a login screen. Please enter the username and password that you used to log into Oxford Owl. If you can't remember it, click on Forgotten your username or password, and you will be able to reset it. Please note that when you log back into Oxford Owl, you've reset your password and must use the new one you've just created for Oxford Reading Buddy. To use Oxford Reading Buddy with your Oxford ID, you will need to read and accept the terms and conditions. Once you've done this, click Update My Account. You will see this message to say that your Oxford account is ready to use. Your next step is to create your school account on Oxford Reading Buddy. Click Get Started. Once your Oxford ID has been created, you will then be taken to a page that looks like this. Fill in the form with your organisation details, including your academic year rollover, and click Continue. Check your details on the next screen. If you are happy, click Register the organisation at the bottom of the page. If you need to change anything, click Change Details in the top right. After clicking Register My Organisation, you will see this confirmation message on screen. Click Continue. This will take you to the Oxford Reading Buddy home screen, where you can use your Oxford ID to log in via the Teacher Login button in the top right-hand corner of the screen. You're now ready to start adding additional teachers and students. I'm about to switch over to the live site to walk you through this process from start to finish, but before I do, just a quick note on the different teacher roles and their administration rights on the platform. There are 3 different roles available on Oxford Reading Buddy. As the purchasing teacher, you will be the organisation administrator, and you've just gone through the process to set yourself up in this way. As an organisation administrator, you have full administration rights over teachers, students, and classes. However, we would recommend you limit the number of users with this role. Use it for access for the head teacher, literacy lead, or IT support. Other roles available for teachers in your school are class administrator and teacher. Class administrators can add, edit, and archive classes, add and edit but not delete students, and have no admin rights for staff. This role is best for the class teacher. The teacher role can add students and classes and can edit the classes they are a part of. They cannot edit or archive students or classes they are not a part of. They have no admin rights over staff. This role is best for any support staff you may wish to add to Oxford Reading Buddy. We're now going to switch to the live site and add your teachers, students, and classes. Now that you're set up as the organisation administrator, you can log in to create teacher and student users. Here we are on www.oxfordreadingbuddy.com. Let's log in as a teacher. You'll see there are 4 tabs across the top. To add teachers, go into My Organisation. This is where you can see all the details relating to your school and can add new users. Let's start with adding teachers. Click the Staff tab. Then click Invite Staff. If you're inviting just one member of staff, enter their details. and select their role. Remember the teacher roles I outlined earlier and decide the most suitable for this teacher. Links to more support on teacher roles are available in the additional support area at the end of this webinar. Once the details are complete, click Invite a new user. Then click Done. If you are inviting multiple members of staff, you can save time by importing a file after clicking Invite Staff. Click Download Template to download the CSV template. Please do not change any of the headings in the template, otherwise the import will not work. Here's an example of the template that I filled out with one teacher's details. You can see I've added details for their username, which will be their email address, first name, last name, their email address, and the role name. Please remember to type the role name exactly as it shows in the instructions, which is in capital letters, including any underscores shown. You can also find more information about the different teacher roles on screen by scrolling down. Once you've completed your CSV file, you can either drag it across or select the file from your computer. Click Import to upload these teachers. The teachers will now be invited to join Oxford Reading Buddy via email. You will then be able to see them in the Staff tab. Now let's take a look at adding students. To add students, go to the Student tab in My Organisation and click Add Students. To add an individual student, enter the first and last name. If you leave the username and password blank, then click Generate. This will automatically create them for you. Alternatively, you can create your own username and password, so long as the password is a minimum of 5 characters with at least one number at the end. Then select the year group for the student. Finally, click Add Student and their details will be added. You will then receive an email with a downloadable sign-in card, then click Done. To add multiple students, we recommend you import the details via a CSV file, class by class, as this will make it easier for you to download and distribute sign-in cards later on. To import your students, click Import Students, then click Upload a CSV file. You'll see some instructions here on the information required within the CSV file. Click Next to get started. As with the teacher upload, you can download a template in order to upload your students. Download this template and complete it with your students' data. Here's one I completed earlier. You can see I've included their first name, last name, year group, and class name. I've left the username and password blank. However, you can populate this if you wish. If you wish to create your own password, please note these must be a minimum of 5 characters with at least one number at the end and no special characters. The year group must be represented by a number, but I've created an error here so you can see what happens if an error is created in your CSV file. I've saved this to my computer, ready to upload. I can either drag it across or find it in my files. Click Next. Here you'll see an overview of the students you are uploading. If there are any errors, they are highlighted so that you're able to amend them. As you can see, an error has been picked up because the year group was entered incorrectly. I need to amend that and click OK. You can now review everything. Once the details have been corrected, click Next. Review the list one last time, then click Import Users. You will receive an email to let you know that your upload has been successful. You'll also be able to download the sign-in cards from this email, which include your students' usernames and passwords. You can hand these out in class to help your students remember how to log in. You'll now be able to view your new students in the Students tab. Just refresh by clicking this icon. If your import was unsuccessful, you will receive an email with an attachment informing you of the reason or reasons for failure. Correct these errors and re-upload any student whose initial upload failed. That's all for this session. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. For more support, visit support.oxfordreadingbuddy.com. Thank you.